Hey friends, it is 5 Minute Fridays with Vince, and I love doing this with you guys. I love this is the opportunity that I get to be able to help you transition from your work week into your weekend, and prep to do whatever you're going to do. So, listen, I called this one "Lessons from the Book of Marvel," Part One, and I want to specifically emphasize a little something that I learned from WandaVision. Now, I waited a long time before I did anything about WandaVision, so I wanted you all to have time to have seen it. If you haven't seen it, um, spoilers. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, I am a sci-fi hero buff. I love movies. I love the Marvel cinema, the DC universe. I enjoy all that. Growing up with those characters as a kid kind of helped me. My favorite character of all being Batman, because he was the one character that had no powers, but yet was able to stand with the rest of them. Um, Fast forward to today, though. Today I had the opportunity to go celebrate a life at a homegoing today. And as I was listening to the words of the preacher, my cousin, as he was preaching, and we were taking care of, Auntie Kate, and listening to this story. And on the way home, I just kind of began to muse and think about grief. And we had talked about grief before. I know I've talked about grief before, but I looked at it from a different perspective this time. I recently had a conversation with some loved ones, and we were talking about how WandaVision, when we watched it, for those of you who don't know, WandaVision it's the combination of two characters' names, Wanda and Vision, who are two characters in the Marvel Cinema Universe who coupled up, who booed up, but they made a whole series out of how this woman dealt with loss. And I don't know if most people caught it, but I need you to understand something. That when she watched her then mate be destroyed by their enemy Thanos, and he after she had to make the sacrifice of offering him in one of the movies, and then later on watching him in this at the same movie be killed again, and then just watch how the story played out. I realized that traumatized her in a way, and so she disappears, and then when we see her come back at the end of Endgame, where Iron Man does the snap and gets rid of Thanos' army, we have this Wanda who has come back, and even though she's back, everyone has returned except the object of her affection, her love. And that trauma took her into such a dark, deep place that her powers allowed her to begin to manifest this entire life with him, reanimating him in her mind, even to the point of having children. And in the course of a week, she had lived a lifetime with him. And what I realized was, man, even though this is something that we're watching happening in this fantasized world with the Marvel Universe, which they wrote well, and they did a great job with the characters and with the script writing, what I realized was, man, this is something that we do every day. When we suffer loss, we create sometimes we create this parallel universe where the thing that we have lost we hold on to dearly, and sometimes for some people the memories are so strong that it's almost like you're still living with the individual, as to the point to where you're talking with them, or you're finding ways to incorporate them in your life. And that, friends, is not healthy, because it hurts the people who are in the hex with you and the people who are outside. And let me explain what I mean. So this false reality of this universe that she creates because of her grief, it gets labeled or called the hex, which is why my hashtag today is live outside the hex. I'm encouraging you, don't create a false parallel for you to give life to something that is past. Here's the thing. Ephesians tells us that there's a time for everything, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to laugh, a time to suffer the loss. And I said that to say this. There is an amazing deposit that's been made in your life from the loved one or the persons who you have lost. But here's the thing. You living a partial life in a reality that includes them when they're not there only stunts your growth in being able to be in the present, which is your current gift right now. Listen, they left you an amazing deposit, and there's some great things that you can walk away with and you can progress your life with. But don't create a prison for yourself and the people who love you most because you refuse to let go of certain areas. Listen, I'm not saying that you can't suffer loss and you can't grieve. Grieving is good. Creating a prison for your mind that does not allow you to progress to your future, that's bad. Here's what I'm telling you: live outside the hex, friends. Your lesson from the parable of the book of Marvel today is to don't be like the like Wanda in that universe where she lives this amazing life in an alternate universe where she has created a false sense of reality, and then she has imposed unfair expectations on everyone that's around her because she wants them to buy in and enable this life that she has created. Help somebody get free, friends. They love you and they're with you, but they should not be prisoners in your prison. You be free. That's why the scripture says, he who the Son is set free is free indeed. So I encourage you, live outside the hex. Don't stay in that place. Progress, grow. Take the deposit that you've gotten and make something amazing. Grow forward, go forward. Don't get stuck in your hex. Listen, it's 5 Minute Fridays with Vince. You can find me on all social media at v.gord. And listen, guys, I love you. And once you inbox me, give me your feedback. Tell me what you think about it. If you saw something that I didn't see, I'd love to hear your voice about it. It's 5 minutes. I got to go. Love you guys. Bye.